Hey YouTube, James here with another DVD Blu-ray update. Well, this one's just a Blu-ray update, but I had a lot more Blu-rays, as I said in my last video, that I had to go through, so this is finishing it off, and after this I'll have a clean slate, and I'll be able to start doing actual monthly ones depending on how much I get. Like, if I don't get a whole lot, I'll probably wait till the next month. But anyways, there's still a lot to go here, so let's get right into it. The first one is the Adjustment Bureau. This is one of the very few Blu-rays that I own that I've never actually seen. Like, I've never seen this movie. This was a blind buy. Most of my Blu-rays, I have seen, whether it was in theaters or rented it or whatever. This is like one of like three, I think, blind buys. But I've heard it's really good. It was relatively cheap. It was like $10 for the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. So I'm interested in finally getting to check this one out. Next one is another one that I picked up relatively cheap, Bolt in 3D. I don't know why I keep buying these 3D combo packs because I don't have a 3D TV. Actually, the reason why I bought this one is because it was cheaper than the regular version, because this was a previously used one. I got it at Sunrise Records, I believe. It was like $10 again. So it's a 4-disc set. It's got the 3D Blu-ray, the regular Blu-ray, DVD, blah blah blah. So nice list of Blu-ray, list of bonus features on the Blu-ray disc. So it's an entertaining movie. I remember watching it when it was relatively new. So I'm interested in checking it out again. So Bolt. Next one is one of my favorite movies, or more favorite movies of 2012 so far. And that is Chronicle. This was an amazing film. This really caught me by surprise. I was expecting it to be rather mediocre. It was actually very entertaining. I checked out the director's cut on the Blu-ray, and there's not a whole lot much to it. It's like a couple minutes or something like that, but there was one or two good scenes added on, but it's a very entertaining film, and it's probably my favorite found footage, handheld camera films. Next one up is Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. I was kind of disappointed by part of this movie, but it was $10. It's the Blu-ray DVD digital copy, and I did enjoy the bookend of it. So like the beginning of it and the end of it. It's the middle part that was kind of off for me, but I really enjoyed the climax. The climax to this alone was worth the purchase. So if you're a fan of fantasy horror kind of movies or something like that, I'd say at least give this one a once over. It is worth your time. It's just, for me, the middle part kind of wasn't that great. But like I said, the bookend, the beginning and the end was great. Next one here is Horrible Bosses, the totally inappropriate edition. I found this movie extremely hilarious. Again, this was one of those ones I wasn't expecting much out of, but it was very, very entertaining. And this one I think I picked up for $10 as well. This is, again, the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. But yeah, I had a lot of fun watching this one, and there's some good lines. I really like Jason Bateman in this one, and I really enjoyed Kevin Spacey in this one. He was very entertaining. So yeah, that's Horrible Bosses. Next one here is Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Um, when the first one came out, I was a big fan of it, and then I kind of lost interest in it. And then the sequel came out, and I wasn't really a huge fan of the sequel. So when the third one came out, I really didn't have high hopes for it. And then I wound up renting it, and it's probably the best out of all three of them. This one is absolutely hysterical. But so it came with a ticket to go see the fourth one, so that's a plus. And yeah, even if it didn't have the ticket though, I still probably would have got this eventually, because it's, like I said, it's hilarious. Next one is Immortals. Like I said in my last Blu-ray update when I was talking about Wrath of the Titans, I love Greek mythology, so I was really looking forward to seeing this one. And they did a relatively good job with this. I don't know the true Greek mythology. I know, like I say, like I enjoy Greek mythology, but I really don't know the true stories and stuff. I just enjoy it when it's portrayed. So I'm a Greek enthusiast, I guess. But I really like the style of this. The climax is pretty intense. It's a lot of fun. I loved Mickey Rourke as the villain in this. That was a great casting. But yeah, I found it a relatively enjoyable time. So if you're a fan of like the Greek mythology movies and stuff like that, definitely check it out. Next one here is one of my favorite movies from last year, and that is In Time. Another one that I was really surprised by. I was surprised by Justin Timberlake's acting. I was surprised by the story and how interesting it really was. Like the premise alone was interesting, but I was very surprised at how they were able to carry the whole movie. You know, the premise alone could have equaled for just a really good short film, but they made it into a really good feature length film. It's definitely if you're a fan of sci-fi, it's a definite recommendation. Um, yeah, definitely check this one out. It's actually really good. Next one here is a really fun film, and that is Machete, um, based off of the fake trailer that Robert Rodriguez did in front of Planet Terror when him and Quentin Tarantino teamed up for Grindhouse. Well, they got such a the trailer alone got such an acclaim that everybody wanted a movie out of it. So we got the movie. Very fun film, very over the top, very goofy and corny and brutal, but like it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. If you like your over the top action movies, definitely check it out. Next one here is Megamind. This one, another fun family entertainment film. Picked this one up at Sunrise 2, again, $10 or something like that. Just a lot of fun. I really have been enjoying the DreamWorks films. I know a lot of people are like, oh, DreamWorks is just ripping off Pixar. I've enjoyed both Pixar films and DreamWorks films. So, and this is one of those DreamWorks films that I really enjoyed. And I just love the premise. The villain is the focal point of it rather than the hero, and I really enjoyed that. So if you like entertaining, or if you like animated, sorry, not enter well, yeah, it's entertaining, but if you like animated films about superheroes and supervillains and stuff, definitely check this one out. Next one is one of my favorites from childhood, and that is Men in Black. This is the first one. Um, I had been wanting to get the the DVD, the 2-disc DVD, and I could never find it. And then I found the Blu-ray for like $10, and I looked at the list of bonus features. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are all the features that are on the 2-disc. So I just wound up getting the Blu-ray, which I probably should have done it in the first place. I shouldn't have even went, hey, look at all the bonus features. It's the 2-disc. It's a Blu-ray. I'm going into the Blu-rays now. I'm trying to cut back on DVDs. But this is a lot of fun. There's a lot of great humor in it. And I kind of wish that I had held off when I got this and just waited a bit and got it with the ticket to go see the third one. But I went and saw the third one anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But I had I have a lot of fun with the Men in Black series. This one's my favorite, followed by the third one really closely, and then the second one. The second one wasn't all that great. This next one here is actually a double dip. I guess that's the term used for a movie that I had on DVD and I've upgraded to Blu-ray, and that is the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. The main reason why I upgraded this one, like I'm planning on upgrading all of them because I love all the Pirates movies. I've already got the fourth one on Blu-ray. I'm planning on getting the first and the third one. So the reason why I got the second one before any of the other ones is because this one actually has the bonus features. My copy of Dead Man's Chest was a gift, so I didn't get the chance to choose whether I wanted the 2-disc or the single disc. So I only got the single disc, so I didn't get all the bonus features. The other two I do have the 2-disc versions of, so I've got all the bonus features to them, so I'm not in any rush to upgrade them yet. I still don't have a TV to watch them on, but anyways, I digress. So I figured I'd get this because now I'll have the bonus features too, and then eventually I'll get the other two and have the complete series on Blu-ray. So, there's those. Next one here is Predators. Yeah? Yeah. It's funny, I've had that poster longer than I've had the actual movie. But, This is a very entertaining film. I was actually kind of entertained by Predator 2. I know a lot of people said like Predator 1 is amazing, which it is, and then Predator 2 was absolutely terrible. I thought Predator 2 was pretty decent for, an 80s, late 80s, early 90s action film. But I was interested in seeing where they would take this one, and this one is amazing. This is a great Predator movie. It definitely makes up for the two Alien versus Predator movies. Those were awful. But yeah, this is really fun. Some good humor in it, some good performances, and a lot of great action. If you're a fan of the first Predator movie, definitely check out Predators. Next one here is another DreamWorks film, and that is Puss in Boots. Um, Puss in Boots was probably my favorite character in the whole Shrek universe. It's one of the reasons why number 2 is my favorite out of the 4 of them. So I was really, really happy to see that they were doing a Puss in Boots spin-off. And this movie is just a lot of fun. There's some great humor in it. There's not a lot of action to it. I was kind of disappointed because like Puss in Boots is kind of like a cat Zorro, so I was hoping for a little more action than this. But there's some great choreography. Like there's this one dance scene towards the beginning of the film that's just beautifully animated. It's probably my favorite part of the whole movie. But yeah, if you're a fan of Puss in Boots and the Shrek movies, definitely check him out in his own feature film. Next one here is The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I'm a huge Nick Cage fan. Can't talk. I'm a huge Nick Cage fan. I can't say it. Huge Nick Cage fan. There, I got it. So yeah, I checked this one out when it was relatively new, and I liked it, but not enough to go, okay, I just saw it, now I'm going to go buy it. So I waited for it to come down in price, and this was like $15 on Amazon, I think it was. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. It's been a while since I saw it, so I can't fully give my opinion on it, but what I remember of it, I really enjoyed. So yeah, Sorcerer's Apprentice. Next one here is the prequel, reboot, whatever you want to call it, of The Thing. The Thing, the 80s version, is one of my favorite classic films that I agree with the hype. I've seen a lot of movies that people have considered to be classic films and went, I don't get it. Like the first time. Some of them I've watched again and went, oh, okay, now I get it. But The Thing was like the first time I saw it, I was like, I get why people like this movie. This is an amazing movie. So I was kind of skeptical about them doing a prequel in this day and age because of, with the computer enhancements and stuff. Who knows what they'd do to it. I was afraid they'd butcher it. But story-wise, they actually kept pretty close to the original, and they connected the dots rather well. The CGI does get a little upsetting. I guess that's the word I want to use. But overall, it's a fun horror film. And if you're a fan of the original one, I don't see why you would I can see why you would dislike this film, but I can't see you hating the film. I can, I'm a huge fan of the '80s version now. So, and I did see the '80s version before they announced that they were doing this one. So yeah, if you're a fan of the '80s version, I would give this one a look and then make your own decision. Don't just automatically hate it because of the fact that it's not the original. So definitely check it out. And here we have Warrior. I loved this movie. This is such a great film. It's got great performances, some really hard-hitting action because it's got this emotional weight behind it. It's not just people beating the crap out of each other for the sake of beating the crap out of each other. It's 2.5 hours, but it's 2.5 hours well worth it. And a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is Tom Hardy's audition tape for The Dark Knight Rises," and since I've seen The Dark Knight Rises now after seeing this, yeah, I agree with that because he was ferocious in this, and he was ferocious in The Dark Knight Rises. So, yeah, I love Tom Hardy now. Ever since I saw him in Inception, I've been loving everything that he's done that I've seen him in. So, If you love your boxing, mixed martial arts movies, you know, your sports movies in general, I highly recommend checking this one out. So I've got two more things left here to show you, and then I'm done rambling. The first one here is a Blu-ray box set, and it is the Ultimate Collector's Edition of The Town. I'm not going to go into full detail of what's in here, but we've basically got a little booklet with director's notes and stuff, the movies themselves, which I'll talk about in a minute, and this little package thing. It had the digital copy code in it, and it's got an FBI progress report, and it's got an ID thing, and it's got print on tattoos, and it's got a map. It's got a bunch of stuff, and it's actually kind of fun. And I'm a huge fan of the movie. It's one of my favorite films of all time. I love the way it's shot. I love the way it's paced. This is another double dip, by the way, because I have this one on DVD. But my DVD's the theatrical version, and this version comes with the theatrical version on Blu-ray, the extended cut on Blu-ray, and the extended cut with an alternate ending. So there's 3 versions of the film right here on Blu-ray. So yeah, it's a great film. I was kind of skeptical about it. Well, no, I wasn't skeptical about it because Ben Affleck was in it, because he directed it. And I've seen his directorial debut, Gone Baby Gone, which is another great film, a very underrated film. So when I saw trailers for this one that said that it was directed by Ben Affleck, I had some hope for it, and it paid off because it's an amazing film. It's just one of those movies that just, when you're done watching it, you go, this is one of the reasons why I watch movies. So yeah, and I'm really, really excited to see Ben Affleck's next directorial film, Argo, coming out in September, I think it is. So I'm really excited for that. So that's The Town. And the final thing here is Season 1 of Heroes on Blu-ray. I picked this up at Walmart during their little summer blowout thing, and it was $15. I could not go wrong because I've been trying and trying to get into the series, and I've been sort of succeeding, but where I was getting the DVDs before was from my local library, and for some reason they give you the entire season at once, but you're only allowed it for a week, and if somebody else has a hold on it, you can't renew it. So I would get about like halfway through the season, and then I'd have to take it back because I didn't have the time to watch the entire 23 episodes or whatever it is. So I've always been trying to get to the end of the first season, because I've heard the first season's the best, and I've heard it kind of like gradually declines from there. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to finally restarting this and getting through the whole thing. So that's that. And that is the end of this video. So thanks for watching, and I will see you the next time I put on the camera, whether it's a review or a DVD thing or what have you. So take care. I'll see you next time.